Hello and welcome. The textile city of Bhilwara in Rajasthan has had relative success in combating COVID-19. The district had about 27 cases on the 31st of March and has been held up as an example of a district or a region which has been fairly successful in containing the spread of the epidemic and is being also held up as an example to emulate elsewhere. Now, this has changed a little bit because we now hear that there has been one more case that's been reported yesterday from the same district. But the district is nevertheless pulled out all stops, has created capacity in hospitals, rooms to manage any surge in cases were there to be. A few days ago, we had spoken to a doctor from Bhilwara, and we are back with him again. And I'm happy to welcome Dr. Rajan Nanda, uh, principal and counselor of the Rajmata Vijay Rajesh India Medical College and Associate Group of Hospitals in Bhilwara. Dr. Nanda, thank you very much for joining us once again.
Thank you and welcome.
Right. So, first question, I know that there has been one more case that's been reported, but we'll come to that in a moment. But before that, what's been the progress amongst the other 27 cases that we had talked about and reported earlier?
27 cases, as you know, were brought to Bhilwara, out of which two died. And I am glad to share with you, all the 25 cases have been remaining cases which were admitted from Bhilwara either to Jaipur or Bhilwara. Only 4 cases went to Jaipur. The rest, the 21 cases have been completely cured. Their 3 samples have turned to be negative. And earlier we have discharged 11 cases on 4th or 5th of this month. And now today, probably 90% it is today or tomorrow morning, we are going to discharge another 7 cases from the Bhilwara. They are completely cured. They have been to step down isolation ward for 6-7 days, and the report for their negative has come. Yesterday, all 7 are negative, and the 3 remaining were there, and their report has 2 samples report has come down to negative. So we will take another 3rd sample in 4-5 days, and then if that is also negative, then we will send them to home quarantine.
Right,
so but it's a good news for the Bhilwara that all the 27 cases have been cured or died.
Right. Okay. So, and therefore, you said only 25 cases. If I got that right, or people who are only 2 people have passed away, right? Only of the 27 that were found positive.
Yes.
Right.
They are having morbid diseases along with the positive corona. Like one was having kidney disease, another was having heart problem, and right. They have died of those things.
Okay. So amongst the cases, these 25 cases which you said now are almost all cured. Did any of them go into advanced stage? I mean, did they require oxygen or ventilation?
Oxygen was given to some of the patients, but not the ventilator given to any of the patients. Right. One who died was given a ventilator.
Right. So in some ways, the cases that most of the cases that you had, therefore, I'm assuming were not so serious, and maybe in that sense, it was easier to cure them. Would that be correct to say?
Maybe God is blessing the Bhilwara.
Okay. Okay. Now, I mean, unfortunately, you do have now one fresh case of a patient who's been declared positive. Can you tell us about this patient?
This is a patient who came day before yesterday for a sampling. He was having complaint of cough and slight fever. Mm-hmm. So he was sent from some dispensary for sampling to this medical college. His sample was taken day before yesterday, and the report came yesterday that he is positive for the coronavirus test. So immediately the team went and they brought him to the hospital. He is now in the isolation ward. I will like to give some history of that patient. Yeah. He is basically a school teacher. He works some 70 kilometers away from Bhilwara, and he goes about 60 kilometers by bus to that place, that is Ladpura. From there, he takes his own motorcycle and goes to his workplace. Similarly, come back. But he has not left the Bhilwara since the this cantonment of the Bhilwara district was done. Since that is from 21st of the March, he has not left the Bhilwara. But that patient, when in home isolation due to cantonment of the whole of the district, he moved out for purchase of small things like vegetables or fruits. Otherwise, he was in the home. And yesterday only, his wife and two daughters, their sample has also been taken. And by evening report of their samples, one of the daughter was having slight cough also. So, but this type of patients not moving out of the Bhilwara from last so many days may pose a threat to the society because they have not gone out anywhere. So they are some tedious sort of patients to be handled.
Right. So now, if this person has tested positive now, it's obviously he contracted the virus in the last 14 days. Would that, I mean, at least going by the
the life cycle of the virus goes for 14 days maximum. So he must have contacted from some person either because 21 to yesterday 18, 8 and then 17, 18 days. Either he has contacted in the last period of the 21 or he might have contacted for some other person.
Right. Right, but even, containment also is supposed to ensure this, right? That even if you have positive cases, they are confined or contained, and therefore there is no further spread. So maybe something happened 14 days ago, but hopefully whatever has spread still remains within Bhilwara district. I mean, would that be correct?
He is from the local population area known as Bapu Nagar. So that has been given. Again, survey order for that area has been given, and all the public has been surveyed again of the area. If anybody finds symptoms, that will be tested for coronavirus again.
Right. Okay. So now, given that you're sending back home most of the patients, almost all the patients that you've had all this while, and there's only one now, and you're also waiting for some samples. What's the way forward? I mean, what is the strategy? And what are you advising your patients and those who come and visit you?
All the patients who will be discharged from this place, they are given advice to follow the strict home quarantine or home isolation restrictions for another 14 days. So minimum of 2 cycles must pass before they come out in the public. So that will be safe for the rest of the public of the Bhilwara.
Right. So when you said the second cycle is starting now, or so if you said the cycle started, let's say on the 20th of March, so and that would mean 20th of March into plus 28 days, so end of this month.
Yes, because almost 28 days from the 20th, because the cantonment started in the Bhilwara from 20th of March.
Right. Right. Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Nanda, for sharing your insights. And I do wish you all the best as we continue this battle against coronavirus and COVID-19. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome.